Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Martin Keown says Bukayo Saka is absolutely inspirational. Arsenal legend Martin Keown has told BT Sport that Bukayo Saka is showing the way for the next generation of Gunners youngsters. The Arsenal Academy graduate has been nothing short of sensational since coming through the ranks at Highland. Saka only turned 21 a month ago, but is already closing in on 150 senior appearances for Arsenal, plus 2 trophies. He also has 20 caps for England and helped them reach the Euro 2020 final last year. This season, Saka has helped Arsenal go top of the Premier League table and Europa League Group A. The £70,000 a week star's latest outing saw him score the only goal in the Gunners' 1-0 win at Bodo Glimt. Saka has endured quite a slow start to the season in terms of goals scored. He scored just once in his first 9 appearances, but now he has 4 in 11 outings, having also scored a brace against Liverpool, and Kian believes Saka is not only a top player in his own right, but also an inspiration for up-and-coming Arsenal talents. He is top draw, and he's now showing the way for the next generation, he told BT Sport as transcribed by BBC Sport. Kian also acknowledged that Saka isn't the only young star in the Arsenal ranks. The club is together now. They know their talent that's emerging and it's like a soccer factory, he added. The youth prospects they have are dangerous. Everything is clicking for Arsenal this season, and Saka remains key to everything good that they do. If he continues on his current trajectory, then Arsenal have a player on their hands who will be their star for next decade. Martin Keown says Arsenal youngster Marquinhos plays it just like Bukayo Saka. Arsenal legend Martin Kian hailed young Marquinhos and claimed that the Brazilian plays it just like Bukayo Saka when he gets the nod on the right flank. The 19-year-old was replaced by Saka in the starting lineup against Bodo Glimt yesterday. The young Englishman found the net and helped Arsenal win the game, and he is now a real inspiration to youngster players in the squad like Marquinhos. Almost every Arsenal fan expected Marquinhos to start in the Europa League for the third consecutive time yesterday. He scored on his debut against Zurich last month and earned another start against Bodo Glimt at the Emirates last week. He was asked to start on the bench in Norway, but Kian was full of praise for the youngster before the game even started yesterday. The legendary Arsenal defender believes Arteta has formed a team where every player, even those who don't start every game, play just like the regulars when they are on the pitch. He feels Marquinhos' performances when he plays on the right wing are very similar to that of Saka, he said on BT Sport before the game yesterday. The other players that are not actually playing at the weekends can implement the same ideas and copy. Really, it's all being molded in the same way. That's really been impressive. Marquinhos is not playing tonight, but he played in that very first game in Europe exceptionally well. It was like Saka in that position. It's almost a copycat performance. That's what you are really looking for, he added. Marquinhos is a really exciting talent. The Gunners signed him from a Brazilian giant Sao Paulo in a £3 million deal in this summer. He was expected by many to go out on loan, but Arteta saw him perform in pre-season training and decided to keep hold of him after a sensational debut against Zurich, where he scored a goal and picked up an assist. Marquinhos had a quiet game against a well-organized Bodo Glimt side at the Emirates last week. That's probably why Arteta decided to go with Saka last night, but the Brazilian teenager will definitely get many more opportunities in the coming weeks. Arsenal ace Rob Holding needs more minutes after yesterday's performance. Arsenal defender Rob Holding delivered a decent display in Thursday's Europa League win over Bodo Glimt. The £40,000 a week ace is having to make do with the occasional cup outing this season. It's not massively surprising given he has William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes and Ben White ahead of him. Nonetheless, Holding is doing well as cover in a season where strength and depth is absolutely essential. Arsenal are fighting on 4 fronts, and with the World Cup bisecting the season, there are a lot of games in a short space of time. Gabriel was given a rest, remaining an unused substitute as holding featured alongside William Saliba. The 27-year-old was good in possession for the most part and made a number of important clearances. That said, there was a shaky moment as he has caught out under a long ball. This led to Pellegrino racing through for the home side's best chance. But Holding was good apart from that moment and clocked up some decent stats during the match. As per who scored, he made 1 tackle and 6 clearances, while also playing 5 accurate long balls from 7. Holding also took 84 touches of the ball, won 3 aerial challenges, and made 72 passes with an accuracy of 94.4%. The £2 million man has played the full 90 minutes in all 3 of his side's Europa League games so far. However, Arteta could do with using him more often in the Premier League too. This would enable him to shake off whatever rust he has, while also giving the defenders higher up the pecking order more of a break as games come thick and fast. Mikel Arteta says Matt Turner was phenomenal for Arsenal versus Bodo Glimt. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has heaped praise on Matt Turner, but claimed that his performance in the first half against Bodo Glimt yesterday evening was much better than what happened after the break. The American joined the Gunners from MLS side New England Revolution in the summer. This is his first season in Europe and he has had a few shaky moments in an Arsenal shirt already. However, he was solid yesterday. Turner picked up another clean sheet against Bodo Glimt. The 28-year-old had a solid first half in which his distribution looked so much better than it was last week. After the break, however, it just seemed like he was rushing things a bit. He pulled off a really good save and controlled the box well, but he just seemed a bit too eager to get things going when instead he should have slowed the game down to make it difficult for the host. However, he is the biggest reason why Bodo Glimt didn't score and Arteta has highlighted that part of his game. The Spaniard said, as per Arsenal.com, he is improving, he is getting better, we are demanding things that are different to what other managers have demanded him to do. He was much better in the first half than the second half, in my opinion, we can have more control. He was phenomenal in goal, the way he reads the situation, especially the defending, the back of the central defenders, when he needs to control the space there, the way he set himself in the one-on-one situation he had was really good. Turner will know that he should have controlled the game much better in the second half, but there definitely are a lot of positives he can take from the game. The American saved the Gunners with a brilliant stop in the second half. His starting position throughout the game was really good as well, and his distribution in the first half was on a different level compared to last week. Turner has definitely shown good signs of improvement over the last few weeks. Arteta will be hoping that can continue with 3 more games still left to play in the group stages of the Europa League. It will be interesting to see if the Arsenal boss will stick with Turner when the Gunners enter the knockout stage of the competition. Arteta says, we were lucky not to concede against Bodo Glimt. Mikel Arteta certainly knew that it wasn't going to be an easy game for Arsenal against Bodo Glimt last night, but we already knew that the weather conditions were going to be far from ideal, especially with loads of changes from the team that beat Liverpool at the weekend. But the biggest problem was the wet, artificial turf, which reacted completely differently to the grass at the Emirates, and the Gunners found it very hard to string many passes in the fluid way that we have come to expect. There were some players that couldn't seem to adapt, and at times we looked very mediocre and our opponents had many more chances than they had back in the first leg in London. But we were lucky that we got our winner, and it may be considered that Saka got a lucky deflection from his chest, but at least we did try and get into many scoring positions ourselves despite the conditions. Mikel Arteta was as relieved as happy to get all 3 points. It's a really tough place to come, he told Arsenal.com. They have won here the last 14 games in European competition, and that's not a coincidence. We have seen that tonight. We had good periods in that game. We had periods where we struggled, especially in the second half, we didn't find enough continuity. In some moments, we were lucky not to concede a goal. He added that he didn't want to use the artificial pitch or the conditions as an excuse for the performance. He said, "It doesn't matter what it is. We said you have to find a way to win every 3 days, when it's snowing, when it's raining, when it's astroturfing, when the pitch is not good, when it's long, when you make 7 changes like this. You have to find a way to win, and today I am really pleased because we found a way to win again." And so Arsenal's incredible winning run continues, and we are firmly fixed at the top of our Europa League group, and a good win against PSV next week should be enough to make sure we end up on top, but the Dutch side will be our biggest European test so far. Arsenal and Manchester United set to battle it out for a Brazilian who wants a Premier League move. Arsenal and Manchester United are set to battle it out for young Brazilian forward Marcos Leonardo. Leonardo currently plays in the Brazilian league for Santos, where he managed 31 goals in 112 games, despite being just 19 years old. The Brazilian youngster has recently expressed his desire to play in England one day, speaking in an interview with the Mirror. "I want to play in the Premier League one day," claims Leonardo. By his own admission, Leonardo is a striker with a lot of speed and strength, and he is now being linked with a move to the league he dreams of playing in. According to Calcio Mercato, both Arsenal and Manchester United are showing an interest in signing the Santos forward. The report claims that Leonardo has been dubbed the next Neymar. Tottenham and Napoli are also reportedly interested in Leonardo, who is likely to have plenty of suitors due to his impressive performances at such a young age. Signing young players from South America always presents a risk, but you can often find hidden gems who deserve an opportunity to play in Europe. Arsenal and Chelsea join Liverpool in the battle to sign young winger. Arsenal and Chelsea have joined Liverpool in the race to sign Rennes winger Jeremy Doku. Arsenal and Chelsea have both targeted younger, up-and-coming stars in their recent recruitment. Arsenal fielded the youngest side on average in the Premier League last season, and the new owner Todd Bowley looked to poach young talents from around Europe in the summer. Doku is a rapid winger who has featured regularly for Rennes this season and has even managed 10 appearances for his country despite being just 20 years old. Now, according to Vigages, Arsenal and Chelsea are set to battle it out with Liverpool for the signing of Doku. At 20, Doku has amassed plenty of senior football experience in his short career. The Belgian has managed almost 100 appearances split between Anderlecht and Rennes. The report claims that Rennes will be looking to make a profit on the winger after signing him for around 26 million euros. Signing for a manager like Graham Potter or Mikel Arteta could be the right move for Doku's development, as they both show immense faith in younger players. But it remains to be seen if Arsenal will go for Doku, because his price tag will be very high. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.